trying to kind of guide him along. He didn't really know what he was doing.
He just had this presence, and it just was, I'm sure all of us feel very lucky to have worked with him.
The great stories, when you spend a lot of time, if you're shooting a movie, you spend a lot of time sitting around, and especially on the days when we're all together. I remember a lot of times where Roddy would sit around and tell stories, or an anecdote would come up, and he'd remember something that had happened to him, 34 years ago. I mean, he had worked in films from the time he was, seven years old. All right, and I do this every time we talk about this movie and Roddy. Any of you who have never seen a movie called How Green Was My Valley, directed by the great, great American director John Ford, who directed, I could go on and on about John Ford. Roddy's first performance when he was 7, and it's one of the most remarkable performances of a young actor, but also one of the great movies ever made. Kleenex, keep it with you. It's just a stunning, great, great, great film. Please watch it sometime if you have.
He was born to what he did.
Really was. A great man.
And a genuine and nice guy.
Good friend.
Yes. And I think I told somebody before, I had socialized with him a bit, and in his house he had, when he went to he had a guest bathroom, you'd go into the bathroom, and if you're standing in the urinal, or the whatever thing, and he had Laurel and Hardy's bowlers there to give you a sense of,
He had a collection of...
of who you were dealing with, which is like, okay. But he also had he had a Planet of the Apes little trash can that I had as a kid growing up, the same trash can.
Yeah, he had memorabilia from everywhere, photographs with all the great stars that he worked with, and you could go to his house for dinner and you'd sit down with somebody like, Elizabeth Taylor or Stephanie Powers or whomever. He had an amazing circle of friends, but also not just movie stars, but writers. A lot of movie writers. I've done a lot of movie writers. In fact, one evening, I was at dinner at Roddy's house, and there was a director named, a screenwriter named David, I can't remember David's last name, anyway, and it was in the middle of the winter, and there are no winters in Hollywood, in Los Angeles. He lived up in the valley. And this guy was sitting by the fireplace, and I realized, I've got to put him out. His sweater had caught on fire. There were flames coming out of the back of his sweater. Yeah, go ahead.
How do you introduce yourself when you bring someone out? You're like, excuse me, hi, I love your work, you're on fire.
I gotta put you out.
But he's a sweet, generous guy. Lord. That's right.
Two-part question for Chris. Speaking of the nightclub scene, Jerry's character has one of the best 80s sweaters ever that starts like mid-shoulders. Do you own it? And if so, do you ever break it out on occasion?
No, I kept it for a while. I kept it for about 10 years and I wore it. And the story behind it is that Tom, who was a stickler for detail, took me shopping. He and I and the costume designer went shopping at a place called Fred Siegel in a kind of borderline Hollywood on Santa Monica or someplace. And very expensive, very Tony clothing store. And we literally picked out everything piece by piece by piece. All the sweaters, the slacks, the gray, the kind of palette, the gray palette that Jerry wore. I don't remember where that amazing big...
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Yeah, I think they made it. I think they fabricated it.
Well, where is it?
Who knows? Who knows? PETA owns it.
Part of their museum.
Yeah, museum of tortures, right?
I had a question